Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett with the morning debrief. There we go. The current time is 7:32 and obviously the 29th of June. A couple more days to go towards the end of the financial year, and hopefully everyone's had a good year. It's been a tough one, there's no doubt about it, but for the markets, just purely because it is ranging. But we'll talk a little bit about that the next couple of days. Okay, last night, positive night in the Dow, which was good to see. Dow was actually relatively strong. And I guess if anything, the other major bits of news there, I guess the key there that I picked up anyway, Lagarde to head the IMF, the first female there to look after that. I think she's well regarded in the market and we should get some good sensible policy out of her. So I think that to me is a very positive step. I guess that's major in terms of the news. I think that's probably the best part of it. The markets, as we know, have been quite choppy, but I think at the end of the day, after that big move we had down, it's good to see the market bouncing back a little bit. A lot of people are touting this as pretty much of a major low. I think you can run with that for a while, unless we get some form of news. I guess the main things out there are Greece and recovery in the States. And Greece looks to people are saying it won't default. They will not allow it to default. That should provide some support. Let's see how that tracks. Okay, in terms of economic events last night, I guess GDP in the States, in the UK was up 0.5. CPI in Germany steady at 2.3. Case-Shiller home price index was down again, down 4. That's not looking too good. I think very good for Australians to try and pick up some property in the States if you can do it. Consumer confidence down 58.5. So that's it. Yep. Sorry. Also, I just read the day before. Of note, European economic confidence, that was out of that steady at 105, just down a little bit. Industrial confidence was down a little bit as well, and consumer confidence was down at 10.0. Market was expecting down at 9.9. And I think that's probably about the major stuff. Yeah, that's probably about the major bit of news there. Obviously, we're looking for an outcome coming up very soon in terms of what the Greek Parliament's going to do and in terms of the austerity measures. The big concern there we've got is the social unrest, to see what develops on that front. So that's something which we've got to keep an eye on. Okay, let's have a look at the overview of the markets. And for that, as you know, we tend to look at Bloomberg. So let's have a quick look. Things out there we go. All right, Dow Jones up 145, S&P up 16. The Nasdaq was up 41. Top 50 in Europe was up 26, the FTSE was up 44, the CAC was up 55, and the DAX was up 62. Pretty positive there across the board. Local markets closed up 52, 4,522. So looks like, that is, in my mind, starting to look a little bit rosier. Okay, let's now look at some of the commodities as we normally do. I've noticed the natural gas chart up. Obviously the boys, Benson put on a warrant there, well received, and we've bounced off that trend line there and broken through this trend here. So, this could see just a range trading opportunity back to that top end of the market, around that $5. Let's see how that unfolds there, but certainly positive there. The big picture, as you can see, and everyone knows pretty much how we feel about the big picture. Barring those little errors there, it certainly looks relatively positive. For some reason, we can't get those out. Or there's a reason we don't know why we can't get them out. Okay, so that trend is pretty solid, as we know. 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's hit. So that, to me, suggests that, it is a pretty tried and tested trend line. And as you can see there you go. Looks quite positive. So we're hoping for good things out of that trade. Righty-ho. Now, just before, let's go back onto the dollar index. Dollar index 75.43. It's interesting the dollar has come under pressure again, yet some of these commodities are relatively steady. Dollar is weak, but it certainly helped buoy the likes of some of our grains, which have been depressed, and also gold and silver, which are quite nice. Okay, and dollar yen also looking relatively good as well. Righty-ho, so dollar down, so we don't know, dollar yen is up, the dollar is down, so some of the commodities. I also noticed that Aussie's had a good run to the top side. We've got a small long on that Aussie. We're expecting good things from it. and I think our expectations are that that trend will continue for the foreseeable future. If you have gone long the Aussie, then stops below that 103.90, not 103.70 is the way to go. But I think now that we're in the range, we just head to the top end of the range. Dollar yen, we've been long that for some time, as everyone knows, and yeah, this was quite a move to the top side, and we bought this break up around here. Let's hope we didn't get stopped in right on the highs. Let's see how that trend continues. We have added to our positions on the dollar yen, and as you can see by that daily chart, that's why we've added to them. Righty-ho, looking at some of the other markets, particularly gold, steady and finding a good support down here. It still does look relatively weak when you look at the hourly charts, but it's still finding a little bit of ground. On silver, we took a small long position after being short. It's more of a day trade, but as you can see there, I actually prefer silver, looking for a move back through that 35 stops, 33.36, so it's not a bad opportunity to actually look at. Crude, 93.34. Happy about that move. We are long crude after being short for some time. That 90 for us was a target we had in sight, and you can see that on the tweets, so happy for that move to continue. Copper's sort of finding its ground a little bit higher as well, and this and copper actually do like this whole consolidation phase, so we should be getting into some trending market pretty soon. Good to see corn have a bit of a bounce to the top side, so encouraged by that. Also wheat, and you'll also see that soya as well. So we are long all those, and looking for a little bit more of a gain over the coming week. In terms of the economic calendar coming out, what do we have there? Just coming up. Let's go to Wednesday. Okay. Right, ECB consumer confidence, as we mentioned, how that came out, and what the market's looking for. Canada CPI, pending home sales in the States, and a little bit of data out in Japan. Okay, well that's pretty much it from me. I guess to me the key is stick to what the markets are looking at. There's some good opportunities for these ranging markets, and have a look at those. It's the Aussie, which we like. It's crude, which we think has reached that 90 support, so I'm happy about that one. But on that crude, just as a tip, make sure you do put a stop in there, because if Gaddafi gets wiped out, we're going to lose $3 to $5 pretty quickly. So just ratchet your stops up with that. I think it's quite important. Well, that's it from me. Have a great day, and we'll certainly talk to you in the next couple of days. Bye for now.